All right, we are formatting an 8 terabyte, 3.5-inch SATA drive for a hard modded ogxbox. This will go in the TSOP-flashed ogxbox that I did on a prior video, the one that we did the Cerbios BIOS flash with. So here's the drive. I have the drive in a USB adapter, and we're going to use FATXplorer. So go to Formatting Tools, and I have a set of files that you use to configure a drive for Cerbios. I'll put the name of the 7-zip file that I used. If I can track it down and if I can safely link to it, I will. Else, I'll give you something to Google for. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right. Okay, so there's our USB adapter. And we're going to use Cerbios. Yep, just one drive. Now that's something that would be fun to play with later. Okay, so let's do E. Yep. And this isn't intuitive the first time, but you need to go through and click each partition off the list. And it's in a weird order. You just have to remember to do that. Yep. I guess I could copy paste too, but I'm doing this one-handed at an angle, so. Okay, so that's F. And it can't hurt to double check, right? Let's see. And that is E. We are good. Yeah, we can do a quick format. Why not? Yeah, not the fastest, but I mean, definitely if you're thinking about transferring a lot of data to an OG Xbox drive, excuse me, this is going to be way faster than trying to FTP stuff over. So, although, can you imagine trying to fill up 8 terabytes doing stuff like this? That would take take weeks. I'll let this run for a little bit just so we can see if the estimated time of completion shifts to something more reasonable. Else, I'll pause it and resume near the, when it gets closer to the end. Tell you what, I am going to pause this. This is just a buttload of small files. Yeah, it's going the wrong way. I'll check in on it periodically and then resume near the end. It's still chugging along, and I just just realized I've got a warning about driver not installed. Um, this seems very slow, and I wonder if there was if this is related to it. I'm not, it's not worth my time to cancel and start again. But I don't remember the last time I used FATXplorer having this error come up. So I mean, it could be that this has a different requirement, or it's been updated, or maybe on the other machine that I installed FATXplorer on, even though it was an older version, it just worked, installed what was needed. So this may be involved. Yeah. But normally it's not an issue because I'm not copying files. I normally would just be formatting a larger drive for a soft modded box and then copying everything over that I need later. Um, yeah, at this speed, it would be better just to FTP stuff over. But yeah, I'll pause it again and then resume near the end. All right, it looked like I wasn't able to pause that because I'm too dumb. Looks like that or my camera crashed, lost that video. But here's the end. Um, it certainly didn't take an hour. It's accelerating near the end. I think it's copying small files first, then bigger ones, I guess. Now, just some observations. The last time I used FATXplorer, and I'm by no means an expert, I haven't used it that much, I was running it off of an SSD. Um, this is mechanical, and you can hear it thrashing. I think between running it on a mechanical and then potentially this, that is why it is still fairly slow copying all of these files. Um, well, here we go. See how, oops, that's great. Wake up. You can see I put a lot of care into prepping my systems. You get what you get. Raw video. All right. So the next thing is to try putting this bad boy in the TSOP-flashed ogxbox. Now, this is SATA, so obviously the other thing is I have to use an IDE to SATA adapter, right? I have two different kinds, so that is another variable with that, but I'll deal with that if necessary. Anyway, hopefully I post this. That means this worked. All right, let's boot up that 8 terabyte drive, shall we? Um, and just a heads up, I'm using one of the super dirt cheap SATA to IDE adapters. So there's a lot of delay on the initial boot. So these are not the preferred ones, but you can get them dirt cheap. Um, so I also wanted to test that just to see if that would cause any issues with the Cerbios stuff. Um, Obviously, if you were trying to do this seriously, you would probably want to spend the money on the better adapter. I got drowned out by the boot. You'd want to spend money on the higher quality SATA to IDE adapter. Still, I mean, a lot of times it's nice to use what you've got. I've already booted this once before and gone through the XBMC for gamer setup. So the file set that I used to build this drive by default uses XBMC for gamers. Not everybody likes this setup, but I was, fairly pleased with just the amount of stuff that it came with. And I'm not super picky, right? Everybody has opinions, but I think this is okay. And, Rocky 5 does excellent work. I appreciate everything he does. I don't believe that I've done. I suck so bad I don't even watch my own old videos, so I'm losing track of what I've previously uploaded. But I'm unsure if I've gone over um, a TSOP mod with this on prior videos. I know I've modded one. I'm unsure if I've done this, but this is. We'll just do a quick overview, um, and let's start. So here's the important bits. This is just this is actually dumb as shit. But if you look at F and G, they're each 3.8 terabytes. I mean, I admit I had one of these drives instead of, putting it in the NAS unit like I was supposed to. I got distracted by Cerbios. Well, that's how it goes, right? You know, this is like the stupid shit that I did when I was young, putting way too much engine in a shit car that couldn't steer, couldn't stop. You know, it's same thing. You know, spend all your money on a big ass V8, but the rest of your car is a complete joke. I don't know how much sense it makes to have an 8 terabyte unit. I mean, um, maybe I'll pull it out, put it back on the other machine, and see if FATXplorer mounts it at full speed, and then I can copy a bunch of content on there. But just thinking how long it would take, you know, with the normal fast Ethernet method to put files onto an ogxbox, it's crazy. I have no need for this level of storage. Maybe I'll just keep it. It's not that expensive to derail, you know, one of these drives to a different purpose. But I mean, I guess someone would think it's cool. But anyway, I think this is kind of stupid, but it works. And the FATXplorer, that was like super stupid easy, like crazy easy to do. Um, so we can go over how this is set up. I haven't copied anything on here. Yeah. Okay, so I would have to download some stuff. I'm not currently connected to the interwebs. So it does have the option to restart in different dash modes, if that's something that you would like. Yeah, there's definitely a perf hit using this shitty SATA to IDE adapter. So it is not seeing, yeah, here. That's a, that's crazy. 3.8 terabytes. You know, I don't really have um, anything else to show here. I've just literally booted it up, created a profile, and I'm just messing around. Except for just having these just stupidly large partitions, this isn't going to be any different than any other modded OG Xbox. So, you know, maybe I'll do another video on it, maybe I won't. I just kind of wanted to show, you know, how the process. So I've got a video where I'm probably never going to take the time to do a video of watching me try to bridge the TSOP points. That's just painful. I hate doing it. But I have uploaded a video actually flashing the Cerbios BIOS. I've got a video now of using FATXplorer to actually build this drive, and now this video of showing it boot on a Cerbios hard-modded TSOP ogxbox. I think that about covers it. Probably time to jump onto some other random shit, huh?